Oh, Abu Hanifa, did you say that God is not dependent on anyone?
Yes, God is all-powerful. He is dependent on no one.
And does Satan act on his own free will?
Yes, Satan acts of his own free will. God gave him that freedom.
Understood. Then tell me, when will the day of judgment occur?
When there is no believer left on earth, the day of judgment will occur.
Do you know what Prophet Muhammad said about this?
Of course. The Prophet said, "The day of judgment will only occur when not a single person is left to say, Allah." Sahih Muslim, Hadith 2737.
So as long as Satan fails to misguide all of humanity, the day of judgment won't come?
You are right.
Does Satan know that when Judgment Day comes, his days of joy will end and his suffering will begin?
Yes, he knows.
So, if Satan wants to avoid his suffering, and tries to mislead only 50% of the people, while keeping the other 50% on the right path, what then? Why would Satan try to mislead 100% and bring about his own doom?
Satan may want to maintain such a balance, but he won't be able to, even though he has free will.
Then it seems that God's act of bringing Judgment Day depends on Satan's actions. If Satan doesn't mislead people, there will be no Qiyamah.
No, actually God knows everything, so he knew Satan would mislead people.
So Satan's actions were predetermined by God?
No, Satan has free will.
I think you're getting confused. Let me explain with a simpler analogy. Listen carefully.
Go ahead.
A thief broke into a house to steal. On the wall of that house, there were 3 red switches. The thief knew that if he pressed all 3 red switches, an alarm would go off, and the police would come and catch him. The thief has free will. He can, by his own free will, choose to press those 3 red switches all at once, or choose not to.
Okay, now I get it.
Now tell me, if he presses the red switches, will we say the police caught the thief, or that the thief called the police on himself, by his own free will?
If the thief has free will, it could be said he could have avoided pressing the switches. So yes, he called the police on himself.
Brilliant. Now replace the thief with Satan, the red switches with humans, and the police with God. You said Satan acts freely. So when he misguides all people, God brings the judgment. That means if Satan chose not to misguide, God wouldn't bring Judgment Day. If he did, then the hadith would be false. So is it fair to say that Satan freely causes God to act, just as the thief freely calls the police by pressing the switches? Just like the police didn't catch the thief, but the thief got himself caught here, it's not God enacting judgment, but Satan making him do it. That means, if Satan has free will, then God's will becomes dependent.
No, I don't believe that.
It's clear that if Satan has free will, then God becomes dependent on Satan's actions to bring about the day of judgment. And if Satan doesn't have free will, then Satan is simply controlled by God. In other words, God is like a godfather operating from behind the curtain, and Satan is merely carrying out his commands. So tell me, is God dependent, or is he the godfather behind Satan?
This is...
I thought you were very wise. But it seems you're a bit confused. I think you should reflect on this once more. I should take a leave now.